Here it is, folks, the dreaded Marshy stream.
Back in the mix.
The only
Time to
stream
give 'em some pepper.
where Martian Boo does things. Brr, brr, brr. Okay. Oops. Oopsie doopsie. Magni versus Arana. Hey Panzer. Hey Guapo. Hello Mr. Stew, if that's your real name. It is. It is. Hey Elray. How do you guys feel about me going straight for the ceaseless igneous lava gorger and not passing go? Not collecting the 200. What's up, Marshy? Hi, Eric. You know, I'm just out here living my best life. Straight to jail? Alright, very good. AMD. Howdly doodly. Good old questline Demon Hunter. Cower before my scary kobold. Though this patch was supposed to be prompt. So they're having issues with it. So. Yeah. Soon TM. Alright, here we go. 100 armor. Instantly win. Nope. But we do get a second chance. We do get a second chance. Sigil on 3 makes me scared. It makes me scared too. Makes me scared too. Feel like it's unusually dark in here and on my face. I don't know what's different. It might just be that I'm streaming at a different time of day. The way my camera looks is heavily influenced by the amount of light coming out of the thing. The thing being the open window. Do I have a magic answer for my friend the Brute? The answer is no. Well, fiery war axe and a stone skin on the bottom. Ceaseless? Didn't think so. Should I go for the Mad Duke? Mad Dookie? I guess I will. I'll hold on to the Shield Slam. Maybe because you're 3 hours later, true. I give you Theo Arana, you insta-win. That was my thought. Chat. Is Glide cheating? Thoughts? Have you considered changing the time slider to get better lighting? That's a good idea, person. That is a good idea. I should have considered that. How often is getting 100 armor from Ceaseless game winning? Against this deck, probably most of the time. Against other decks, I don't know. It depends, I guess. I don't know. So, like, against like a Shadow Priest or a Libram Paladin, it's probably game winning most of the time. Against this, it might not be, just because they have so much post-Arana damage. Not the spool! Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Slam off the top? Shield Slam. Not quite what I wanted. take it, I guess. Get the charge. Demon Hunter is all about cheating. My opponents are all about cheating every time. Rana is kind of locked on 120. Something about this number. Oh. Next out. Next is in. That's what next really is. Now there are 2 charges in my deck. Do with that information what you will. Slamming the ETC. Or trading that. That could have gone face this turn, couldn't it? Okay. Don't think I want either of these, so I guess I just do this. Glide is the most cheating you've seen this stream. That checks out. That actually just kind of checks out. I wonder how sad it must be to lose to Slagma. I'm just like, I'm really surprised that I've been having as much fun with Slagma as I have been. Like, enough to come back to this deck. Slagma's kind of alright. Kind of alright. Just alright enough to be a marshy pet deck. And not to spread anywhere further. Alright, can we get the Urana? Can't get the Urana. I guess I'll take this Demon Slayer. Is that even what I'm supposed to take? Yeah. I can have Stone Skin Armor. Have you tried 100 Armor Odin Shark OTK? What Shark? You can take Paraglide there. I was tempted to, but like, then they can just play Glide and they still draw a bunch. So I don't know. But maybe. Mana Burn? More like Mana Cheats. 4 cards. Arana is kind of nasty with this, huh? The Lava Gorger is a shark, kind of. Oh, I see. It is kind of a hammerhead shark, isn't it?
Anyone order a ghoul to the face?
Anyone order that spool? It's not that many cards, is it? Hit one of these, let's go! Nice job, Theo. Theo did, you know, Theo did the work. He doesn't get enough credit for that. I took a shockingly low amount of damage from that. All right, sick. Slagma, I don't know. He helped. I'm sorry, Jessica. I'm glad that we're a welcome distraction here. Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Slugma OP. It is Slugma, isn't it? It is exactly Slugma. Slugma, Slagma. Posseor, thank you so much for the 36 months, my friend. How are you? I'll keep the expensive one, right? We can toss that one. Slagma is Slugma, but from a different timeline. Too true. Too true. Kindred Spirits. It's good to see that Marshy is skilled enough to overcome cheating. I do my best. I do my best. Slugma always looks so happy when he gets summoned. Real. Real and true. Hi, Badlands Brawler. Badlands Brawler has got to be my favorite board clear from... I don't know, in a long time. This is, I really like this one. It's really strong, but it requires you to like do something in order for it to be strong, you know? It doesn't just like come out the package. Stupid. I could play this turn. Should I? It's as true as it is real. If you get lit on fire when you let Slugma, why is he friend-shaped? If you get lit on fire when you pet Slugma, why is he friend-shaped? Like, why is he shaped for petting? That's a good question. Slagma doesn't make it out of a Pokeball very often. Of course, he's happy. It's true. It's true. Rebuke? More like repuke. Am I right, chat? Am I right or am I right? Man, now I'm tempted to just send this face. I'm gonna sit there and... sit there and face tank this thing, then leave it on the board. You take some more damage. Why don't you just go ahead and take some more damage? What then? That's what I thought. Who's excited for the Marshy from the Depths Finley Wombo? I feel like we have the high ground, opponent fans. Yeah. Uh-oh. I do like the idea of shield shatter. I don't want this turn. I'm happy to have it next turn, I guess. I do say. I just got a Discord notification. Do y'all know that Martian Boo is streaming right now? Is he? That's strange. Well, this doesn't kill both of those. It does, however. And by it does, however, I mean this, however, does kill both of those. So, there's that. My next draw is Theatar. I'm not excited about that. I think we can just pet him down with this Fiery War Axe. A spagoo of water shall fall to us. Cold Feet! That's actually slightly bad for me. Well, I guess this is what I'm doing. Do you like Giratina's cow form or worm form better? Cow form. I've never heard it expressed that way before. Is it the same list as before, or have you made some changes? I made a couple changes. I don't remember what they were. So I took something out of the ETC, Dirty Rat, and I replaced it with Kill Jaden. No, I replaced it with Tight Lip Witness. That's what it is. And then I considered adding Odin to the main board and decided against it. I think that's all I was doing today. Chat, thoughts on the level of cheating that's happening to me right now? Ceaseless Expanse is getting pretty castable. If he could get in my hand, I'd appreciate it. That's a yikes, folks. That is a yikes. Yeah, well, I guess he's not quite castable yet. Is he going to be castable in time? Chat, never ask for things you don't actually want. Alright? Come on. You know better than that. Okay. Is this going to be maybe just barely enough? They don't have 10 more from hand, do they? They might. They have 6 more from hand, and then they just need a glow stick. So yeah, we're probably dead. And we're dead. Why are your feet so cold? Are you sticking them in ice? Yep. You need those glide discounts from last game? True. True. I played a little bit of Libram Paladin on Asia server. Not yesterday, the day before. It's a pretty good deck. Hope you enjoyed my my talk on that subject. This deck definitely suffers from I don't know what I want in my mulligan syndrome. I guess like I keep Kobold Miner and Fiery War Axe. And that's it. Maybe a Slugma. Slagma. You're so ready for Even Warrior's return? I refuse to get my hopes up for that. I am going to assume that that is not happening until I have a reason to believe otherwise. Slugma pre-evolution of Ligma? What's Ligma? I know for sure Reno is getting a full revert and Odin is going to 11. Oh, okay, for sure. That makes sense. Be devastated if there's no revert? Me too. Me too. But like, you know, there's a section of the player base that, you know, just really doesn't like stuff like that. Which is why we didn't get Jailer revert, even though it's like super fine. It's like Jailer is like the safest possible revert. It's just, you know. Okay, so like if you compare Jailer Bolf to something like Dungar, right? Dungar kills you right now. That's it. They're both game-winning combos, but if your opponent resolves all their Dungar stuff, you just lose, right? You don't have a chance to deal with it. But if your opponent resolves their Jailer Bolf stuff, you can Poison Seeds, you can Twisting, like just there's stuff you can do about it. So it's a gentler win condition, right? It's like if it wins, it wins, just like something that destroyed your hero. But many decks are just running things that can answer that situation. So it's like it's a softer win con than something that just explodes you. So for me, it's more acceptable. But I have this surprisingly weird, like surprisingly unusual perspective where I'm willing to concede when I've lost. Right? Like it's very strange to me. Like a lot of people, if they're put in a position to where they're forced to look at the game, consider their chances of winning, and then if that chance is 0, concede. That's an unacceptable state of the game for some people. I don't relate to it at all, but enough people feel that way about it that I don't know. So anyways, all that is to say, I think that Odin is completely wild acceptable, but I thought Jailer was completely wild acceptable, and that didn't get reverted, and I don't expect it to. So, I'm not gonna plan on it happening. Hey, Lamp. Hey, Marshy, thank you for saying my Reno Hunter was Marshy approved. I know my Shattered pierced your cold heart. I know Mr. Shattered pierce your cold heart. Yes, I do enjoy me some Cthulhu the Shattered. Who out there doesn't like cool, slow win conditions? A lot like enough of the player base. I guess that they wouldn't want to do that. But, you know, what can you do? I'm done crying over spilt Jailer. I don't love my options. I guess I'm just gonna freeze with Bob. Yeah, people who play it out forever make no sense to me. I'll never understand it. Yeah, like I think the people still concede to the Bolf Jailer, but their issue with Bolf Jailer is that it forced them to concede, right? Like the complaint is it's a 2-card combo that creates a state where you can't interact with the opponent, but so does a combo that kills you, right? Like if a combo deals, you know, if Holy Wrath Polkelt deals 100 damage to your face, you know, once it's done the 100 damage, you also can't interact with your opponent, right? So it's like if Holy Wrath is acceptable, surely a slower combo would be acceptable, right? Especially one that you can, like some decks actually have answers to. You know, that would be my logic. But, so, and that's not to say that, like, you know, someone who's not okay with Jailer Bolf, certainly they're not okay with Holy Wrath, but we have Holy Wrath, right? So, so I feel like something that's slower, more ratable, I don't know. It's a fine combo to exist, but I've been seeing some discussion from other prominent humans, and they just it's too much for them, even though I think it's completely benign. I got my Pokemon packs today, and I'm going to open them later. Godspeed. May you roll all the coolest ones. With Bob 2, now every class can deal with Jailer Bolf. I don't think you can target an immune thing. Holy Wrath is so bonkers, it's true. It's easier to silence, transform, steal Bolf than deal 5,000 armor from Linecracker, yet Linecracker is fine. The retort to that would be like, it's, you know, Jailer Bolf is a 2-card combo, Linecracker is a several card combo. But, I mean, that, like, obviously rings true for me, what you've just said. For a second, I thought the stupid toy boat had won, and I was going to be upset. Sometimes I do like playing out the extra 20 turns when I know I've lost and my opponent playing the deck that's annoyed me has to sit there and play it too. You know what? I can tell you, as someone who likes infinite Shutterwalk, that's all I want for my opponent. Is for them to stick it out and let me slowly digest them over the course of 1,000 years. So that's another thing is like I hear that from time to time where people will be like, you know, I play out the whatever infinite thing just to waste my opponent's time as much as possible, and it's like they chose to play the deck that wastes time. And that you're it's like a it's, you know, it's not doing what you think it's doing. Lich King. Maybe I want more health though. Lich King is poggers, but I do need the health. Wow, it's Chungus Warrior again. What up, ODZ? What it does. Wolf is unkillable after Jailer. The only thing you can do is Reno, Zeph, Gary. What's Gary? It's like, you know, poison seeds. Anything like Brawl. You know, there's a lot of things that you can do. So like, Plague of Flames. You know, people that like Warlock Titan, yeah. Is like there's just so much stuff that like a slow deck would be running anyway that that you can play. Well, I didn't want them to have a big thing. I like the idea of them drawing a bunch of extra stuff into fatigue. This is rude. Now they're going to take a bunch of my cards. Oh, they could delete my hand right now. Interesting. Left me with Renathal. Okay. I don't know what to say, chat. Other than, how dare they? Charge ends it. Really does. Really does. That puts me to alive. I think if we drew Justicar, we would have won. True. That's cheating! No! Chat, I feel as though I may have lost the video game. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna lose. I think that's what we're gonna do. Alright. Get me out of here. To be honest, I think I'm already so over Velen combos, in my humble opinion, way more annoying than the others you discussed. That's the thing for me. That's the most answerable one of them all. Like everything stops Velen. Like straight up board clears don't, right? But like, you know, everyone has a free Bob. Everyone can Bob or, you know, Theo or whatever. Run a Starfish. Any kind of silence. There's so many good effects that like most of which you would just be running anyway in a deck that would lose to Velen consistently. No, like I don't understand the need to. I don't understand the need to adjust that one either. Like it's just all it's done is like maybe include Bob and everything, and like that's a good card. So I don't know. Like Wild is supposed to be kind of wacky, and it's not like Holy Wrath where your opponent just kills you, right? Like you have more time on average against the Velen combo than you do against Holy Wrath combo. And you know, if you're running the type of thing that's going to always lose to the Velen combo, you probably have something in your deck that deals with it. So it's a pretty soft win con to me. Super marshy acceptable. But you know, kind of along the same line. Oh, did you draw patches, Tom? But along the same lines as the Jailer Wolf combo, it's like, you know, if I was gonna be, is it the word I'm looking for, inflammatory? Or like, I don't know. Like, if I was gonna be contentious, if I was looking to like rile people up, you know, what I would say is like, people just don't like losing, and when you have something like Velen and the Jailer Wolf combo, where there's actually a lot you can do about it, but it's really easy to like, you know. Like, if all you say is, like, infinite value, all you do is play Velen, you know, like, or like, you know, once you play Velen, you can't remove, you know, like, it stays forever. You know, Jailer Wolf creates a board state where you can't interact with your opponent. You know, like, it's really easy to describe those things as problematic. And so, like, people don't like to lose, and so they latch on to the things that they can hyper complain about, rather than, you know, like, there are a lot of things that, like, you know, I don't think that you can do a lot about Holy Wrath, right? So like, there are things that don't have sufficient counterplay, right? And so you'll get something like, you know, Dark Moon Fair Big Priest, or Sunken City Big Shaman, or I don't know, Pillager at its height, and you'll get a crowd of people who'll be like, just run a counter, and like it involves shoving a bunch of terrible stuff into your deck so that like your deck is inconsistent against a bunch of things, and then you have to hard mull for your one specific weird answer and hope that it gets played at the right time. You know, like that's not a, like, you know, just play around it. You know, that's not a good excuse in that situation, right? So it's definitely not like, whenever your opponent has a combo deck, just play the counter and you're fine. But when it comes to things like Bolf and Velen, the counters are so many. There's so much you can do about it. There's too much you can do about it. I think like, in those cases, you feel how you feel. Like, you don't have to like it, but like, to not want it to exist, I think, is a little much. Like, to expect it to be the like, you know, this has to be removed because it's quote unquote toxic. I think it's just cute. There's too much you can do about it. Been watching your YouTube content for a while. Another one of my silly decks got nuked. Rip Fizzle. Unlucky. Is there a cheap and greedy deck you'd recommend for a while? You mean cheap to craft and greedy? Oh, man. Like, I feel like I should have answers for those types of questions. But, like, I never think about it, right? Because I have all the cards, so I don't really think about how much dust it costs to make a deck. I just put the deck together. Jailer Wolf should be nerfed because I lost to it that one time. Real.
Relax your mind.
It's like the people that complain about Reno Hero Power and Coldara Drake. Yeah, okay, so Reno Hero Power, Coldara Drake. I think it's much more justifiable to complain about Velen or Wolf, in my opinion, than it is to complain about Coldara Reno Hero Power. And when I say justifiable, I mean it's like expecting action, right? Like, because you can be frustrated that you lost to something stupid like Coldara Drake Reno Hero Power. I think that's fine. I just like, like, if you actually think that, like, okay, that's so stupid, you have to deal with it, and what we're talking about is the Coldara Drake Reno Hero Power, like, I don't think so. No, I don't think that's quite that stupid. If you can justify to yourself putting Playbreaker in your ETC, why can't you run like Ceaseless Expanse or Silence or Sargeras or literally any kind of removal? Oh, you're saying like for the you're saying the type of people who would complain about Velen or Jailer Wolf are the type of people who would put Playbreaker in the ETC. I think you might be onto something. Can't say for sure, but what you just said amused me, so I'll acknowledge that at least. That was not where I wanted that to hit. It's actually my least favorite outcome, because now I'm just wasting damage when I make this trade. Guess I'll waste the damage. So I'm not letting that stay. Hey, you. That's why I like Shardar than Naru. Tradable tech feels good. Yeah, that's an option. That's an option against both of them. No, it's not an option against Jailer Wolf. Not that you'd have to tech for something that doesn't work right now, but yeah. Definitely something you can add to specific priest decks. Chat, how do you feel about me losing this video game? I'm not super into it, but yeah. Should we unnerf test subject? Unnerfing test subject gives you infinite, like it gives you Corpsicle that can't target minions. And can be cast a bunch of times on the same turn. So it gives you an infinitely refreshing upgraded Shadow Priest hero power, if that makes sense. No more Radiant. Right. But, like, you can still do it forever. You can't do it, like, you know, you can't do it infinitely in a turn, but you can do it, you know, as much as you have mana for. It's 2 for 3 damage as many times as you want. And is that acceptable? I don't know. Don't know. Feeling pretty dead. It's probably fine. So, test subject got nerfed because Radiant Elemental alongside test subject and Searing Mungus. What did you have to do? What was the full combo? I don't remember. There was some way that you could make the mana, right? Anyways. I think in this situation, all I can do is play this and hope. It was Radiant Embalming. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So you'd give the test subject Reborn. So you embalming it, Searing Pain, is that what it's called? The Shadow Priest card. You'd Searing Pain it to deal 2 to it, which would then resummon a test subject and add Embalming and Searing back to your hand. And because Radiant's out, all that costs 0, you could just do that infinitely. But so you could say it's okay to unnerf that now because if I don't get enough armor to do this, I'm just going to play this. You could say it's okay to unnerf that now because you can't do it infinitely anymore like you could with Radiant Elemental around, but like infinitely in a turn. But you still have infinite value with that, period. So like you can just run Test Subject and Searing Pain and play Test Subject. Oh, it would be 3 mana because you do still need the Embalming. So it's infinite 3 mana for... And then it does leave it on the board. So yeah, it's more answerable than I was giving it credit for. Maybe Mind Seer, thank you. Yeah, maybe that is okay. Yeah, we should unnerf test subject. The reason to not unnerf it is because it's a card that's very likely to come up again. So. All right. How do we die? With damage. You can't silence the immune of the Bolf, but you can silence the Bolf's ability to tank for you. That's true. That is true. I have so many marks for this just one like membership video I'm gonna do based on these losses. For Cosmodon! I miss Switcheroo Giant Priest. I don't. I like the like Dark Lair Priest that came out at the same time as like the Boar Darkness deck. I thought the Boar Darkness deck was much more tolerable than that stupid Switcheroo Giants Priest. That was my least favorite. Like I was more tilted by that deck than I was the Kel'Thuzad. I was so glad when that got like that caught a stray from what you call it getting nerfed. I was so pleased. For Cosmodon, true. How's Controlled Elite Warrior? It is the best deck I've played so far on stream today. Alright. It's pretty cool. I like this deck. I like this deck. It's like just enough. Just enough to satisfy. We got it. We got the broken card, chat. We win. It's that easy. Purchase my beard, please. Purchase it now. We can probably beat books. It's true. What did we beat earlier? We beat something. Oh no. That's not good. Keep forgetting about stupid aura. Shield Shatter from Martian. Did they not attack with this, or did they attack with it first? They attacked with it first. Ceaseless? Unlucky, but at least we have the Badlands Brawler. That'll be okay. Oh, it was a questline Demon Hunter we beat earlier. I returned to Hearthstone after 1 year. I've lost the last 2 expansions. How's Wild now? Wild is the best it's been since yesterday. I'll give it that much. I think Wild's okay. It's like it's not really exciting me to play a lot of it, but like it's pretty tolerable for you know, as Wild goes. I don't know, do I just lose? Probably, right? Pretty sure. Slightly too slow here. So they have 15, they'll have an additional 6 from that, 21. Then they just play literally any Libram. It's almost not worth playing it out. They must have it. Did I ever make a Murmur deck? I did. I did, with all my farts. Gotta chuckle out of Renee. Success. Success, chat. Cold Feet? It's actually kind of bad for me. Nope, we're dead. Don't matter. Don't matter. In KT Druid / Boar Darkness meta, Secret Hunter was tier 1 and it was funny. Yeah, I feel like Switcheroo Priest was like pretty overrated. Lost to itself a lot. But like, you know, that Switcheroo was definitely the type of thing where like it wasn't adding something of value to Wild, right? Like it, at least not at a net positive. Definitely up there for play pattern issue, I think. But yeah, as far as it being like an actual good deck, it almost certainly wasn't. Happy to see the ice block nerf. What ice block nerf? Who nerfed ice block? Chat, how would you nerf ice block? I haven't done that on the tweeters very recently. Has it been long enough? Should I post another bait tweet? Once per game? See, like I never care about the answer to that. It's just so funny to me that like all I have to do is mention it and you get just like a sea of engagement. Every time ice block comes up on a YouTube video, I get a ton of comments with people having their ideas, and it's like, we'll see if it still holds true with this video, if this game makes it into the video. But like, I'll do something where I'll like say, hey, how would you change ice block? And then I'll follow it up immediately with, you know, I don't actually care about your answer. I think you're funny for, I think you're funny for giving me an answer when I tell you that I don't care about the answer. And then I'll still get the comments on the video. So it's just like, it's the freest thing. People can't help themselves. It must be known. It must be known. The perfect ice block change. It must be voiced. Let's not have a 50th ice block discussion. Oh, I'm not going to discuss it. I'm going to bring it up and be tickled if I still get the if I still get the comments. Just rework to heroes only get damage from spell sources. How many lines of text on ice block is too much? I was thinking like the perfect amount of lines of text for ice block has got to be like 10. You know, you should have to like pull up the Hearthstone wiki and look at the Oracle text to see what, you know, what's going on ice block. That's my opinion anyway. I think I will trade with this just to make sure their raised dead sucks. Tour Guide is so funny because like it's for almost all of the deck's synergies, Tour Guide is phenomenal, right? But specifically when it comes to raised dead, it's awful. So I've always been a Tour Guide hater. Like after Darklair's initial nerf, but before the Demon Seed came out, Tour Guide I think was good again, but it was definitely like not necessary for the first most broken iteration of Darklair. All it really did was ruin your raised dead pool. And like once the Demon Seed came out, I don't know. I just didn't like it as much. I don't know. I can't really think of an articulated reason for that, but yeah, it like you kind of needed it for the mana cheat in between those two things. Like it helped you set up your turn 2, turn 3 Darklair pop-offs pretty well. Why you Cassie Ice Block? I send a link to you, opponent. I agree. What does it mean? Chat, should I shield chatter here? Probably not, right? We do this. Further ruin their raised dead. Maybe we draw last, like a champ. Like an actual champ. And then pass. It isn't twice per game now? No, it's not. That's like a proposed change from a lot of people. Yeah, this is starting because Giagris has been gone for a while, and they like the ice block change. The one that got changed is Time Warp. That's the one that got changed to once per game. But people just want twice per game, and I hate that change personally. As someone who wishes ice block would get a nerf, I hate that change. But you know, I promise not to discuss it further than that. I want Jailer reverted. I crafted Bull for it. I agree. You're sad they destroyed your beloved discard Warlock. Fair. They did destroy it. They cast it into the fires from whence it came. This is better tempo, but I can actually play the Excavate card with this. I don't know. I'll just do this. And then we have our Slagma up. And you know what they say? The ultimate counter to the Demon's Seed is Slagma. How about nerfing the Magister, the Mage Shudderwalk? I don't really want to talk about like nerfing Hostage Mage. I was teasing you guys for wanting to talk about it, even when I say like I don't want to talk about it. I'm not trying to entertain an actual Martian being pulled in by his own bait. No. Yeah, it's true. It is irresistible. It is irresistible. I started to... Sorry? No, I mean, like, it's funny to me. You don't have to apologize. I just think it's funny. Like, I just mentioned Ice Block, and, like, everyone has to talk about it. And including me, I guess. Easiest engagement of anybody's life. Ooh. Knuckles. Let's give him the old brass knuckles, chat. Go forth, my beef stew. Chat, he's talking about Ice Block again. Real. Thoughts? How many funnies get out of 10? How many funnies get 10 out of 10 or just get out of 10? They typically tend to get out of 10. Which exact number out of 10 remains to be seen. Did opponent played around Bob? How does one play around Bob as this? Are you saying because they traded in their Tamsin? Because, like, I don't really want a Tamsin, do I? I guess I want these armors. And then I want to go hunting for more exciting things. Oh my goodness, chat. Oh wait, no, Ceaseless is not on the bottom. It is not on the bottom, chat. Unlucky. What is on the bottom? Oh, the shield shatter's there. We could get 10 armor from that. Okay. Okay, chat. If you insist, I'll do it. It's not quite 100 armor, but it's at least 10 armor. It would be funny if you Tamsin, though. It would be funny. That's true. What do you think of Forged and the Barons in retrospect? Because I was someone trying to do viewer decks at the time, I feel like I didn't actually like it as much as it deserved me to like it. Because, like, there were a couple times there where I was tryharding playing Raza and Darklair where I was having a lot of fun. Like, those decks were really cool. But, I was trying to do viewer decks, so a lot of it was pretty lame to me as far as Wild is concerned. But, in retrospect, I think it was really cool. I don't know. The post mini set portion of it, once Soul Bungus got adjusted, that was really fun. Shaman had not been, Shudderwalk style Shaman had not been good in a long time. So you know, it was a new exciting experience as opposed to the tired infinite experience we're used to. So I was really enjoying playing Galakron Shaman. Is it this one? Guess so. And that one? Soon. So yeah, I really enjoyed that portion of it, and Raza was at its most fun. Darklair was at its second most fun. So like, I think there was a lot to like about Wilds, Fortune, and the Barons. As far as the set itself, they had like a Miracle Rogue, I think, that was fun for me. Was Barons Miracle Rogue, was that the one where you would play Tenwu and Alex? Am I getting that right? Because like, I played that in Standard, and I thought it was a lot of fun. I don't have 6 burst damage in my deck somewhere, do I? I don't think so. I don't think so, chat. Opponent looks kind of cooked. Real. You can Tamsin and then tank giants with your face. I could do that. I could. Shutter block is a problem in your opinion? It is a card of all time. I'll give it that much. I'll give it that much. Charge plus Theo. Perfect. Let's top deck charge. Is there a charge on the bottom of my deck? I forget if there was one in my previous hand or not. Just Theo their fireball? True. The opponent Wait, are we really just gonna like charge them to death with this Theo? Predicted by chat. Alright, I'll take your Plague of Flames. And I'll take, you can have this Renathal, alright, as a bonus. And then I'll charge the Theo. Nuts. That was a pretty decent sized game, right? Makes me optimistic about achieving this video in a reasonable amount of time. Speaking of a reasonable amount of time, I need to go to the restroom. How does that relate? Your guess is as good as mine. Or is it? So yeah, we're 19 minutes in. We need probably like 1 or 2 more. I'll be right back. I got an extra 1 star in my star bonus this month, and wow, the climb feels about 19 times more fluid. Real. Oh yeah, that was the dreaded priest deck, huh? That was when delete priest was at its height. I remember Baron's priest. I didn't I was mostly playing wild, obviously. I didn't love that infinite value priest. It was like, I don't know, it was a little boring. So like the what's her face? The Sisters Falna. The Sisters Falna and Love Everlasting priest, that one from, you know, a couple years later. That one I really liked. Like, you were discovering from a more shallow pool. Your whole deck wasn't exactly just about discovering, although a lot of it was, right? They ran the finale guy, I think. That the DKs were running too. They had some, but it wasn't like every single card was discovering, right? So, I really enjoyed that one. I had to force myself to play that one a lot because that was the heroic brawl that had the portrait at the end of the 12 wins. So I learned that one well enough to get that portrait. And I did end up enjoying it. But I didn't hate playing against it, except that its existence kind of invalidated Blood Death Knight. Like, Blood Death Knight was control priest, basically, except that it would always lose that matchup. So I want to save this for post Slagma. Yeah. So yeah, I liked that version of it. I didn't play too much. Like I said, I didn't play too much of the Baron, like against the Baron's Priest too much, but I remember not loving it when it did happen. Like, you just kept having stuff, like a bunch of random stuff you can't really play around. You just kind of have to assume they have everything that's available to them at every given time. If I got Finley soon, that'd be really nice for my armor. Be so into it. Whenever I play this deck, I never actually get to dredge Ceaseless Expanse, right? Like, I almost never actually gain the armor. Hi, Marshall. SCV and Thor aren't being played in Standard Battlecruiser Warrior. Do you think they don't make the cut to see playing Wild? SCV and Thor aren't playing Warrior. Do you think they don't make the cut to see playing Wild? Well, like, it depends where you draw the line. Because if you're drawing the line on, like, is this going to be a good Wild deck, then, you know, you don't put any StarCraft cards in. But, I don't know. The standard version of the deck also suffers from not having Renathal, so their list is probably tighter. I mean, like, I don't know what a refined Battlecruiser Warrior would look like. It doesn't seem like something you play if you're trying to get the maximum results. Like, this has got to be better than StarCraft Warrior. And this is a marshy, you know, Sparks Joy deck, not really a climb to rank 1 legend deck. I've been getting more comments from people that are saying I've baited them. I can do it in the same turn if I go next turn.
So many choices.
Good thing I have sticky in the ETC. It's true. It's very true. What can I do to live this turn?
Maybe.
Well played.
Yeah.
Do you have this in a bigger size?
Guess I'm wishing I'd done this first. It's a giant weapon, chat. That is one enormous weapon. Ooh, even better. Even better. Look how exciting that is. But yeah, we'll go ahead and do this. And I guess we'll do something. They can't quite kill it with the Kingsbane, right? They can't quite, you know, doomerang it. It's a little beefy. Just a little beefy. If you make their health 0, it means yours can't be. True. Is there a way to adapt it to give it a chance at Wind Fury? Is that the best possible way to do that?
To perfection.
Now, this seems rude to me, chat. I don't know about how you guys feel about this, but this seems rude to me. That was a choice of all time. Did they really think I was about to sticky finger them? Me? Martian stool? Let's get the ethereal thing. Yeah! I don't know why I'm still calling this ethereal. It has a name now, elusive. Doomerang that, see what happens. See what happens. Did Marshy just hack the system? Marshy always hacks the system. That's what you gotta know about Marshy.
Your wish is my suggestion.
That's cheating! Slugma didn't evolve into Mad Cargo, it's true. Make my miserable job a bit better. Aw, thank you. I'm sorry your job's miserable, though. Do I have Sticky Finger? I do have it in my collection. The thought of putting it in my deck sickens me, so I don't have it in my deck. It is in the collection, though. The next taunt ends it. They don't have Zephyrus anymore. 19. They don't have a Zephyrus and they need 6 more damage. They've only used 1 harmonic. They could come up with 6 more damage, fine. I think I will still do this, though. I was going to do this. But draw a minion, get 2 copies of it. Sounds interesting. I'll still do this. What do we get? Tal'Daram. Three mana taunt easy. That would have been nice. Would have been nice. Martian and Twitch chat have been making some scary predictions. Are we sure that this is not actually a pre-recorded YouTube video? It is a pre-recorded YouTube video. It's true. Everything I've done, everything I do is pre-recorded. Even my live streams. Even my life. Pre-recorded. Interesting. We got the Dread Corsair in here. It's pretty interesting. I do say. Chat, is KJ in here, do you think? Thoughts? Thoughts on that? My opponent should leave that in their hands so I can theater them. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. You can either accept it or not accept it. $22 has got to be enough, right? They've done both deadly poisons.
So many choices. I'm almost out of cards.
It's pretty funny. Why isn't this Amalgam Warrior? Should it be? Should it be? Meaty. This is tensely close. It's true.
I'm out of cards.
That puts us at 1 damage off. X. How about this?
I can't hear you. I have seen creation, and I will bring destruction.
I do this first in case War Axe is the next card. War Axe was not the next card. Yeah. Alright, what's sad about this is now they can heal back to full if they have, what you call it? The, healing thing. Just slam face, if only. If only. Is that all we got? So you're telling me there's a chance? They didn't even go face, right? What's more likely? The... Oh, we gotta go for the Ox, right? We just Ox. It's literally always Ox. There's, you know, that's the clip of all time. Gruel. Ooh, brutal. How is this so awful? All right, well. 4 mana charge. Yeah, I mean, like, there were options in both the end of the game. I think this was slightly higher chance. I don't know. But yeah. Gruel. I think that was that long enough? Be a really good one to end on. Yeah, it was, right? So 11 and 8 is 19 minutes, and then that takes us to 23:33. Yeah, perfect. Cool. Man, I'm excited for that video. Those are 3 fun games. And silly discussions for each of them. Alright, so this did not get updated yet, right? We didn't get a new Void Ray. Paralytic Poison would not stop self-lethal. Gorilla has like 100% win rate in times it's appeared in a Martian game. True. So yeah, I was already on the fence whether or not Void Ray should be in this deck, and like the reason I included it is because it was the new card. So without Void Ray, we could also cut Renethal and run Tal'Darim. Thoughts? So if I was going to cut Renethal, so Renethal would just be Tal'Darim. So we need to cut 8 other things. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. I feel like this is a Renethal deck. But Void Ray got buffed. It must be broken now. The reason that I'm not considering it at this time is because it has not yet been buffed. The patch got delayed was my point. Oh, we should put Bob in. Bob. Theo. Wow. It's a deck. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, you know what? Let me be no, it can't be Nova. I can be Artanis. I want to be Artanis as a rogue. He's kind of a rogue, I guess. He has a little bit of stealth. Just as he jumps, or... No, I don't think he does. Take it back. Spaghetti rogue. I wish I could use Ghost for this. Nova would be perfect. 3/2 Void Ray is so strong the servers could not contain it. True. True. Bum ba ba dum ba ba da. Bum ba ba da ba ba da. Artanis versus Spagooty Times. Was Zerg Hunter any good? Can't find the video. I actually never built Zerg Hunter. I should though. Like by the time it happened, I was like by the time I got around to it, I was like, I don't know. We get Schaefer back soon. What am I supposed to keep in this deck? Literally nothing? Is everything terrible? How about that? But anyways, yeah, so like, it has more options soon. Shmupi actually linked me a Zerg Hunter that's getting played. It's just barely Zergy. I could probably try that, at least next time. So today is Tuesday, right? So my next stream is on Thursday. Maybe I'll try it then. Thursday. Martian stew. What's your favorite kind of thick brothed meal with bits in it? That is not a question that's fit for my family-friendly stream. How dare you say that? I guess do you like beef stew? Your family can come too. Yeah, I guess chicken noodle soup is good too. I don't know, I like soup. I like soup with chunks. Renee likes soup that's just like the soup. So like tomato bisque, but like just the bisque. For me, that's more of a sauce. Like, you know, we've had tomato bisque, and then we like get a grilled cheese, and we dip the grilled cheese into the bisque, and like I really like that. Can we top deck counterfeit coin? Is this a quest rogue card? I don't get it. Oh my goodness, chat! That's cheating! How am I so good at top decking exactly what I need? Every single time. Every single time. Your wife makes potato soup that's real good? That's what's up. I don't think there's a situation where I am getting an Archon out this turn, and it makes me sad. But we can set it up to happen someday. How will I beat infinite 5/5s? Hopes, dreams. I could have sworn it was up my nose, but you know. Hey, that's cheating. That is cheating. I actually don't think I'll beat it. This is not looking good. Pound it, Steeman. It's like my wife might hate board games and video games, but she's an amazing cook who gets stress relief from cooking. That's what's up. Entaro spaghetti sauce. Entaro ragu. You think we're dead? We might be. We might be. Oh yeah, and it's looking. That's dead, right? If you roll Wind Fury, you just win on the spot. Brutal. I don't know what type of deck this needs to face. If I lose like 3 in a row against things that I feel like I have a chance of beating, I think I'm gonna just play something else. I don't feel like streaming for 4 more hours, you know. Might play. Oh, you know what? I'll just if that doesn't work out, I'll just play that thing that Schmoopy linked me. Hell's DM. Hell's direct message. So this is the embodiment of a direct message that Hell would send you. I don't really understand it. Don't really understand it, chat. Let's see what you did there, Guapo. Auto Chunbis Demon Hunter? What does it mean? What does anything mean, chat? That's the real question. Alright. Trying to decide when I'm supposed to do this. I guess now is as good a time as any. I guess. Should we blink? Could blink, or we could do 2 cards. This discounts it, which is nice, but this gets 2 cards, which is 2 cards. Yay. Did you play any Schaefer, see any Schaefer played yet, or is it still banned? As of this video, it is still banned, it's true. Patch was delayed. I cannot wait to read this. Our souls are scattered up my nose. Alright. My big marshy plan is to play this next turn and then do gear shift shenanigans after that. So hopefully my opponent plays something important that wants to get Templared.
I cannot wait to read these.
Looks like a no. Ow. I bask in your spaghetti. I'm gonna get you. Don't you worry. I'm gonna get you. I'll get you. Maybe Hell's Dungeon Master. That is not as funny to me as my suggestion, so it must not be that one. Okay.
We must make haste. For Artanis.
For Artanis, chat. Pound it, MD. Alright. Soon we will clear this board with some Archons, and it will be very funny. Rooney. Rooney, chat. How Rooney of them. Whatever that means. Well, I thought that was pretty rude. Yay! 2 copies? Is 2 enough? Surely, right? Why wouldn't it be? We have some cool non-toxic caverns cards you play, like Rooney. Rooney is pretty cool. It's a very solid card. Yep, that's what I thought, Hell's DM. Don't hurt it. It's a nice Archon. You be nice. You be nice right now. Don't you dare. Aw, not my poor innocent Archon. Do they really have them both? Oh, thank goodness. The Archon gets to live. So if I play this first, I can still do it. So I will. Goodbye, this thing. Archon lived, yippee, yeah. Of course, they have their, like, bonus tiger that they still get to hit with, which is unfortunate, but... What changes would you make to Protoss Rogue to be wild viable? We'll probably just lower the cost of the Templars by 2 each, maybe? I mean, they're just broken cards. You have to change their stats if you did that or something, but... yeah. Alright, we do have a new Archon. No, that's not an Archon. That's not an Archon at all. But we can make a new Archon. Should we? We still could. I think there's a chance we just die here, right? You're surprised Aerodar Brute doesn't see more play? Yeah. Yeah. Bonus tigers are my least favorite type of tiger. Yeah, I guess you don't always want to see a bonus tiger, do you?
These texts! I cannot read them.
Hey, so, okay, let me ignore standard and just think about these in the context of wild. What would I do? This would cost 3.
I cannot read them.
This could cost 2 with no stat change? Not 2 total, 2 less. This could cost 2 as a 2/4 maybe? This will be pretty good. I don't know.
There is time for prayer and time for action.
Hard to say. I don't think I really needed to do that. Don't think I really needed to do that, chat. But I did it. And no one can take that away from me. Somehow I feel like my opponent's Libram Paladin list here is the type that might have a Chillwind champion in it. I hated United and Stormwind, but I loved Prester card. Prester is funny. Boards aren't wide enough to discount it. Yeah, it's like there's only one Oh, I don't have any more like the Dark Templar. I was gonna say I don't have any more Zeratul, but yeah. I don't have any more Dark Templar. Chat, is this deck beef stew? I mean, this is cool. We die, but like, it did a cool thing.
I know that I have lost.
This deck is standard cool. Yeah. All right, let me just play that schmoopy deck. Let's give the old lookaroony. Renathal Zerg Hunter, rank 1 legend. Best deck I've ever seen. Excuse me, can I copy this code, please? Did I ever try Asteroid and Shaman and Wild? A couple times, yeah. A couple times. My favorite part about this deck is the existence of... Where is it? Here. Trial of Jermungers. They just put it in there. They just put it on in. It's pretty spicy. I guess I just won't change it. Zerg, DK. Splorn? Not a DK. I'll decide what's a DK. Instantly a DK.
Succumb to this power.
Chat. All right, all right. Help me debate something. Help me like. All right, we're playing Hunter now, right? What do we think? I was looking at this earlier and I was like, first I was like, is this a hard pass? Or is this like a mandatory? Nah. It's so gross. I think he's beautiful. It's like a pug. It's so gross it's cute. You love it. Yep. Kill it with fire. You're cringing? Ah, it is kind of a disaster. How do we feel about this one? I kind of like it, but like... Even worse, really? I think it's fine. I like the energy it's giving, but it's like, yeah, I feel like it's the type of thing that I appreciate, but I don't like actually really want. All right, so we'll not worry about that other one though. White Mane though, I do love White Mane. Do love White Mane, but I already have like, okay, so this White Mane portrait is the nuts. Like I already have a phenomenal White Mane portrait. I love this one. The other one's good too, right? This is whatever. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know what decisions led to that one. But yeah, I mean regular White Mane, it's good. Oh, I forgot about this White Mane. I like this one too. Like I have plenty of good White Manes. I certainly don't need to have all of them. Any of these giving you a Zerg vibe? Fire Sylvanas.
When I start a fire.
When I start a fire.
When I start a fire.
When I start a fire. It's so funny to me, Priest is one of my least favorite classes, yet they have a lot of my favorite skins. Me, but Mage. That LNY Sally, is that the one that I like? What's LNY? Hey, they're running the new White Mane. She's such a heartbreaker.
I never miss my shot.
I never miss my Mungus. What do you keep in this deck? Are 100% of these cards unplayable? Oh, Lunar New Year. I see. Yeah, that's good. I do like that. White Mane. A lot of the Lunar New Year skins are really, really good. Like the Rogue one is like, I don't know. Has to at least be top 5 skins for me. Yeah, that's a problem with Priest, is like, you can't see half their portraits because they're all Benedictus now. They're all Benedictus now. Big agree they nail Lunar New Year skins. It's just a cool aesthetic. True. The deck name is Zerg DK. Why shouldn't it be? Give me one good reason why I shouldn't call this Zerg DK. If you can come up with a single reason, I'll change it. Mage Lunar New Year is amazing as well. Which one is that one? Don't remember. Because DK stands for Darth Kerrigan and we are playing Sylvanas. True. That's a reason. That's a good reason to keep it. That's why it is. Zerg DN. I haven't been playing any off-stream Hearthstone recently. I played a little bit on the Asia server the other day. But no, they came out with a new Pokemon Pocket expansion, and that absorbed a lot of my card gaming enthusiasm. for a few days off stream, and then my wife's been playing cards with me, and I played Commander last 2 days with my friends, so a lot of other card games. What if all these cards sicken me and I don't want any of them? Maybe I want these Titan Forge traps? Beep, boop. Commander, and I'm back. Yep. Owie! Stop! Chat. Will they unnerf this for me? If this cost 5, we'd be gaming right now. Alright. Dread Scale. I need you now more than ever. If you do not show up for me here... Acid Maw, nobody asked for you! I could Titan Forge traps. Make this trade Titan Forge traps. Theoretically, could help me a little. Okay. I guess. I don't love it. I don't love it, chat. They always attack with the Fellwing first. It's fine. It's fine. Ow. Ow. Mind Blast doesn't exist. It can't hurt me. What decks do I have? My main, most favoritist one is Grist Hunger Tide. I also have a Sigarda Font of Blessings deck, and I have an Arkelos Gates deck. Arkelos Lagoon Mystic. Alright, we do have this now. That's pretty good. Grist is cool design. I love Grist. So, like, the, like, the top-down commanders, the ones where they, like, force them into the command zone, I think that's stupid. Like, when it just says, such and such can be your commander. I rolled my eyes at those, but like Grist, just kind of like the technicality that leads to Grist being a commander, is very funny to me. So I really like that one. Gates is a fun archetype. I really liked it in its first standard, like the first standard of its time. Return to Ravnica. It was like a fringe off meta kind of bad deck. And like I really liked it, and this version of it just kind of feels like I'm counting to my win. Like it's the way that I've built it is very much like I'm gonna win in this amount of time, so like do something before then. But there's not a lot, like, at least in my friend group, can do to really slow me down other than try to kill me immediately. So there's that. Patch is out. All right, let me just relog. But also, like, I keep ruining myself, so I'll like, I'll be having fun, you know, trying to get my gates out and stuff, and then I'll just draw Reshape the World, or Remake the World, whatever that's called, and instantly win on the spot, right? Like, all my progress is negated by my own instant win card. So like I'll draw that, or like, you know, Escape Shift is a little bit more interesting because I had to make decisions with that one. And you know, if my opponents are all, if my like friends are all tapped out, it's like, okay, I just won. Good for me. I was like, I was gonna win. Like, it negates my progress, right? Because it just draws all 10 lands instantly, right? So if I've been like, you know, trying to get them out. I'm like 7 in. You know, what it took me to get those 7 out already doesn't matter anymore because I've just played, you know, Reshape the World. And like I could just take it out, right? Reshape the Earth is a 9-mana card. If you can resolve a giant spell like that, you should just win. I'm not going to dispute that. It's just unsatisfying, right? Like, it doesn't give me the joy of winning by gates. Like, part of it is like, I don't really plan for it. I keep top decking it when it's convenient, right? Like, I'll have a plan, and then instead of doing my plan, I'll top deck Reshape the Earth and go, oh, okay, I guess I win. It's just like it doesn't like, oh, I guess I win. Casual Commander is all about the joy of winning. I mean, like, winning doesn't really check the box for me necessarily. Like, I don't know. How easy is it to make a fair commander deck? I'm like literally the worst person on planet Earth to ask that question. Because like my definition of fair is so like freaking broad. I don't know. For like about any game, you know, like what's fair? Well, every card you can put in your deck is fair. And, like they mean like, you know, playing, you're not using the scope of what like a fair play is, like what are you doing that's not especially broken, is so subjective, I guess. So like you want to build for your friend group, right? Like if you're in Commander, you want to build your deck with your friend group in mind. If you guys want to all play, like I think it would be really cool to play Pauper Commander, where you can have whatever you want as your commander, but the rest of your deck has to be commons. I think that would be a cool way to build a commander deck. I would love to play that type, you know. When they, and that you know, that would be like a $20 deck depending on what you're doing. Am I even supposed to keep Selective Breeder? I don't know. The Wizards, so there was a Commander Rules Committee or whatever they were called. There was a group of people who like represented the casual, like the unofficialness of Commander. Because okay, so Commander is a Magic the Gathering format that where you play with 100 cards and one of your cards is set aside in the command zone. That is your commander, and it's Highlander. And that's, I guess, as a Hearthstone player, that's all you need to know to understand the context of this conversation. But it was started by some judges that like unofficially just went back to their hotels after big events and played like their funny at-home format, right? They like it was not an official format to begin with. It was a for fun like fan format, but it turned out to be a really fun format. So it eventually became eventually spread to mainstream, and Wizards started printing direct support for it, changed the name of it from EDH to Commander. And yeah, why did I bring up all that context? The reason I brought up all that context was a reason, and it's gone. Oh, okay. So even after Wizards started printing like cards specifically for Commander, they didn't like take away control of it. So like the people who were running Commander as a fan format continued to run it after after it became more mainstream and got like actual support. How is my opponent able to do this? I can never do this. Can I win? Can I deal 140 damage? Probably not, right? Which is fine because I'm talking about Commander, I guess. But how am I getting through that? I don't know. With this, I guess. It only feels bad. This isn't popping next turn, is it? Thank goodness. Okay, so recently there was a ban announcement. So 2 cards, Monovault and Jeweled Lotus, both of which were like, you know, from a mechanics standpoint, are completely justifiably banned, right? This is like unnerfed Innervate, but it stays on the field to be used every turn, and, you know, Innervate plus 1 mana. You know, like that you know, these are the 2 cards being banned. Unnerved Innervate plus 1 mana, and a permanent Innervate. So, like, you know, these cards were very justifiably banned, in my opinion. But pause for dramatic effect. But those cards were worth a lot of money. So the people who owned Monovault and Jeweled Lotus lost, you know, hundreds of dollars with that ban. So like they pulled it off twice? How? How? Oh yeah, if I cracked the Zergling, it could have gotten buffed, true. Sphere! Oh my goodness, I'm not paying attention at all. That's cool. All right, I'll give him that one. That's cool. That's cool. Chat, I accept it. I accept that that's cool. You can't stop me. Marshy story time will continue someday, I guess. I don't love these. I don't love them, chat. I'll say that much. So a lot of people were out hundreds of dollars. So, like, just a lickety split. And so it was a very unpopular opinion from the more vocal player base. There was a lot of outrage over it. And apparently the Commander Rules Committee, which is the, you know, the people who are making these decisions, received like death threats over it, which is ridiculous, obviously. And so they decided to give control of the game back to. Oh my goodness! It just hit me why I've just given you all this history. We had to go the long way around. I'm still answering your question, Guapo. By the way. The Commander Rules Committee didn't want to do it anymore. They're like, all right, if we're gonna get death threats over this, I'm over it. And so they gave control of Commander back to Blizzard, is what happened. So now Blizzard is free to do whatever they want with the stuff. And one of the things they're going to do is they're going to implement a tiered system. So, like, cards will be given a rank 1 through 4, and it will allow you to build a deck. It'll allow you to have a, like, poop. I don't want to trade my Leok. Do I trade this one? I guess. I don't love it. Neat. We're chunking that health total. This is surprising. But anyway, so like, I forget exactly how they laid it out, but say 1 is like everything goes. If you're doing Commander level 1, any card in Magic is legal in that environment. So you can build a deck for level 1 and use your Mana Crypts and use your Mana Crypts, use your Jewel Lotus, and it's fine. But then you can build for level 3, and then maybe everything on the reserve list is banned, and everything that's like super stupid and broken is banned, and you know, like, and then tier, so like maybe once you get to tier 3 or tier 4, whatever level, then things just start to get affordable because none of the best stuff is legal anymore. So once that like plan for Commander actually comes to fruition, once they actually release that, I think it's going to be pretty easy to build a fair deck in the context of your friend group, because you and your friend group can decide what power level of Commander do we want to play at, and if that power level of Commander is, you know, 1, yeah, and you have a bunch of friends who've been playing for a long time, you have all the most expensive, most broken cards. Great, that's good for you. And you know, if you're new to the game, or if you want to play like a slow grindy matchup, you guys can build for tier 3 or tier 4, and not have to worry about spending a bunch of money on a bunch of like highly overpriced things. All right, well, I'm gonna do this. And that'll be that. I've gotten through 130 of this armor, chat.
I can hold no more cards.
By Blizzard, you mean Wizards? I do mean Wizards. Blizzard, Wizard, whole lot of zzz. Doesn't really matter. They're all a company. They're all as much of a company as they are. Haha, get your spaghetti out of here. One of the Izzards. True. Only 110 to go. Had to step away, but I agree. Some Magic cards being super expensive is dumb. Yeah. Yeah. TNT. Rude. Aww. Aww. Cheating. You hate to see it. You hate to see that level of cheating in my my children's trading card game. Proxy everything you want. Yeah, I mean, like if you're in a specific friends group. Yeah, I mean, like if you're doing a cheap way. Like I was answering the question like how easy is it to build a fair deck, and like that's too contextual. My point with the whole run around with the story is there will be context soon. There will be like official context coming soon to a theater near you. Well, that Ceaseless Expanse is looking pretty spooky. The Akani change is so funny. It always worked that way, didn't it? Yes, that was not the change. Those tier lists you're interested in, we play Broken Stuff, but we also have a $100 budget league. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, for me, it's like, I've been kind of interested in the idea of doing like, you have this amount of money you can spend on whatever deck, but like, you know, cards changing price all the time seems a little obnoxious. I don't know, to keep track of that accurately. All right, one chance to win. You know, my favorite thing about this is if they had only gotten 100 armor, like if they'd only done it one time, we'd have won. We'd have won, chat. But instead we lose. Because they got 200 armor. Because of broken Sphere of Sapience. Are they going to rank every card in MTG? I think what it's going to be is there are cards that are going to hit the threshold of 3, hit the threshold of 2, and hit the threshold of 1, and everything else is 4. So, like, everything, like, yes, everyone will be ranked, but they're not going to, like, they're going to, like, look at problem cards and decide what tier to put them in, and then everything else will be ranked by default in 4, if that makes sense. So that game was, excuse me, tracker actually doesn't tell me the game is over until I've clicked all the way through that. So how long was it, tracker? That was a 15-minute game. All right, not long enough. If that had been a half-hour game, I would have asked you guys, like, do you think that game was entertaining enough to be a real video? Because, like, I'm not putting that as a piece of a video. I'm probably going to put it as a members-only video. But, like, if it had been, you know, half an hour, and, like, we had, like, one cohesive talk the whole way through, like, would that have been fine content to just be a video? But not long enough. They also said they put combos in tiers, so Demonic Consultation on its own might not be ranked, but Thoracle plus Consult will be ranked. That's the part I'm curious about how it'll play out. Yeah. Is PP worth having? Yeah, keep Patchwork Pals in here. How's the YouTube memberships going? It's going alright. I have, like, at least 5 people have become members specifically because of a member video. It tells me, so okay, so for those of you who don't know, I've been posting members only videos where I put games that did not make the cut for an actual, like, for my main video, just to be bonus content for people who are, like, interested in having more Marshy content. I think it's like $2 to become a member or something like that. So yeah, you know, I don't take away from any content that would otherwise have gone in a main video. It's just like, if you wanted to spend a couple bucks a month for additional Marshy videos, now you have a reason to do that. I can still do this. But anyways, so I had a few members before I posted my first member video. It was just like a few days, like a couple weeks ago or something like that, I posted one. And I was looking at the stats for this morning. Hey, Virgin, look at you becoming a member. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. So I was looking at it this morning, and I have 9 total members. Now I have 10. That's 10. Thank you, Virgin. And 5 of them became members because of the first member video. So like for me to go through my content and like just mark a game that like isn't what I wanted for my main video, but it would kind of be interesting, you know, to someone who's like, you know, for my main channel content, I want content that's, you know, could be interesting to a new viewer and is interesting to an invested viewer. But there's some type of content, like there's some content that I get that would only ever be interesting to someone who's a Martian Boo fan already. And so I wouldn't typically use that in one of my videos. I would typically, you know, cut that. And so now I'll post like, you know, 10 to 20 minute videos of me in matches that I otherwise would never have used. Because like the only person who's going to become a member is someone who's already a Marshy fan, right? So, someone who wants to like shell out the extra $2 for a bunch of extra videos and is invested enough to not, you know, like to care about that type of content. Now that option exists. So anyways, I had like 4 before, and I got 5 more from the first membership video. And that's my story about that. Are the videos only for fans? Yeah, indeed. Indubitably. Yes. I kind of feeling the Misha here. How do you guys feel about Misha? I want to get this down, but I don't want it to like die to this board, right? I don't want Leok to die to this board. I don't want that board to pet me in the face. So maybe I am just chilling with a Misha here. Make a little bump there. Be all good. Maybe you should do the chatting videos that you like exclusively for members. As a Martian fan, I'd love to hear your insight. So yeah, like if we just had one where we talked about Commander, and that's going to be a member video. Because I think like if you're a Margie fan and you want to hear me talk, it'll be interesting. But for now, anyways, I mean, like if a lot of people end up signing up for memberships, I'll definitely consider going out of my way to create members only content. But for now, the point of the membership is just to see if I can make use of other games I already have. So content I've already made. I guess I should have played this. I really should have. I hate that I didn't. But, you know, at least I'll spook my opponent with these Huffers. What kind of MTG content? No plans making MTG content. We just, like, we had a game just now that was 15 minutes long, and we talked about Commander the whole time. And, like, that's not good for my main content, but it is good for members only video. So, that's how the members only came up. See, I'm not gonna like go out of my way to record myself talking for a membership video. If I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do it for my main channel videos. Beep boop. Do I just play this and bump? I don't think they're gonna kill me next turn, are they?
No one's going to believe this.
I'm gonna assume they're not. Rhino. That one. $3 is an absolute steal for more Martian content. That's what's up. Is it $3? Well, I appreciate the $3, my friend. I said it a while back, and like I just kind of chose the lowest value recommended option because I wasn't expecting a lot of people to pick it. But yeah, it's been cool. So like, it's definitely worth doing, I guess is my point. I was asked like, I was asked like, how's it going? It's going well. It's you know, I was expecting nobody to become a member because of those videos and for me to stop making them. But, you know, 5 people have confirmed become members because of those videos. And some more might have. It just doesn't say properly. But anyways. Is that my first win with this Zerg deck? Oh my goodness, it so is. Alright. Dog, yeah, the Twitch sub price increase is not a great thing for me, but glad to know there's other ways to support Martian. Well, I appreciate that, yeah. I'm sorry the Twitch sub is kind of brutal. What do you think about recording your Commander or Pokemon games with your friends and post them for members too? I would consider like recording a game with my wife of us playing either Lorcana or Retro Pokemon. I don't know that like me and my friends playing Commander is super watchable, engaging.
Sylvanas versus Jaina.
The time for dreaming is over. I never miss my shot.
In no small part because the webcams are pretty wonky. A lot of lighting and editing required to make Commander content watchable, yeah. I see you've brought Mage. Here's this. We've done a chat. We have resolved an Observer of Myths. It's all I've ever wanted to do. No! That's rude. That's rude, chat. Oh, man. I was so excited. And they took away all my excitement. Now I'm just sitting here with my resentment and disgust. Hey, see you later, Sergeant Szechuan. Now I'm hungry. Kestia. So there's someone in my chat who is saying they're Brofester, and they posted :D, which shows a happy face emoji, and then they put a little arrow and did D:, which shows a emoji. And that's true. That is a funny observation you've done there, Brofester. This is a hand of all time. This is a hand. Can you stop with the resonance coil, by the way, Kestia? Can you stop zapping my stuff? It's my most favorite stuff. Do you guys believe in the Tundra Rhino? I don't. I don't.
This could be our home.
Let's get that alien encounters discounted. Alien discounters. You don't? Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Rude. It's pretty rude, chat. It could have happened in a different order, and it would have pleased me. Because I think they were supposed to trade there first, right? I think so. But, womp womp. This will activate my alien encounters. So I guess I'm going to do it. Then we can start rhinoing next turn. I dare you to do it. See what happens. It's recommended to craft Zihi. I net decked this deck. I can't tell you how good Zihi actually is. But it is theoretically good into things like, you know, Druid. You already have all the other cards. It's a niche tech for things like Druid. I'll get you, Standard Mage. I was about to be like, no, they have Primordial Glyph, but that's in the core set, isn't it? I hope it's good, because I crafted it like a minute ago. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No shot you need Zihi for this deck. It's not the first time I've seen Zihi in Hunter. So, I guess, you know, no, you don't need it, but, you know, if you want to have extra chances against Druid, it's fine. Probably. Unless, of course, it isn't. Alright, so now we have 24 damage. I can add 6, 7, 8 to that. Not lethal, so should I value? Alright, cool. Misha was the punish, obviously, but... I've seen Zihi before, I just mean you don't need it, right? Yeah. Zihi is a good card since against slow decks it's kind of a second Lotheb. The first Lotheb isn't that good, right? Like, Lotheb's okay these days. I think it's very specifically anti-Guff card. I wouldn't really... Like, it could probably maybe help you a little bit against Holy Wrath, maybe? I'm not really seeing it otherwise. Did we... Dealt 4 damage to an enemy and didn't hit the Rhino. Correction, it's a good card when played against me. Alright, there you go. Versus Standard Mage. Brr, brr. Thanks. I love the Soul Eater Scythe archetype. Any good ideas from the meta? I think Jotun, Jace, and Street Trickster are the best options for minions. Well, for me, I'm never going to not put Renathal in that deck, because the ability to run Renathal without running a Patches is really good to me. So I would go Renathal plus... yeah, Renathal, Street Trickster, and then your favorite win condition is what I would do. This Sylvanas skin is fire. It's true. It's true. You call it Zerg DK, and yet it's Hunter? Curious? That is curious, isn't it? It is curious. We were wondering why I did that earlier. And my answer was something along the lines of, I'll decide what's Zerg DK. And, yeah. This feels like a Hunter good stuff shell. It very much is. It also has some Hunter bad stuff in it, which is what I would describe Trial of Jermungers. But there's that. I'm gonna do this, and next turn we're gonna roll explosive trap, and they're not gonna do any board buffs, and we're gonna win. It's because this deck has Darth Kerrigan in it too. Yes, true, real and false, as the kids say.
You gotta be scrappy with scraps.
You gotta be scrappity scraps. Is Kerrigan from Tatooine? Probably. You know, everybody's from Tatooine. That's what I've learned from. That's what I've learned from the Star Wars prequels, or sequels rather. Everybody's from Tatooine or a Tatooine-esque place. Chat, thoughts on Bungus? Actually, you know what I probably should have done there? I probably should have gone in with my Zerg stuff. I guess I'll do that next turn. Yeah, we'll do it next turn. We'll spook them. We'll spook them, chat. They think we got the explosive trap, but we didn't. Ha 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 ha! Well, he showed them. We hit him with the bear.
Scrappy with scraps.
What do you do for your choose one? Is it just the one that has the +1 attack? Is that the only thing? Wow. Opponent was not interested in me having stuff out. It's so cute. Oh, and living rooms. Alright, that makes sense. Well. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I'll save this one. Oh, and then we can just discover Doo-Doo Face. And if they ever get out of hand, we'll be good. If they ever get out of hand, we'll be good. As long as, you know, they give us like one turn. This does just feel like it kind of poops on aggro, huh? I say that, but also they had a pretty non-buffed start, right? If they'd actually got a bunch of buffs on all their stuff. That's kind of cute. They can keep resummoning their beast after it receives all of its various board buffs. Oh, well. GG. GG. It's over, Anakin. I do, in fact, have the high ground. Good luck. Good luck with that. I don't understand the Renathal addition to Soul Eater's Scythe. What's the advantage? The advantage is you don't want to draw Renathal, but you do like having 10 extra health. So if you run Renathal in Soul Eater's Scythe, you don't draw Renathal until you've drawn your third piece of the Soul Eater Scythe. So, like, you do have a dead card in your deck, but you have to draw both of the other copies of it before you have a dead card in your deck, if that makes sense. So it's more about removing Renathal from your deck than it is
You asked for it. I never
anything else.
miss my shot.
What did I play earlier today? I played a Slagmaw warrior, and then I played a High Templar rogue that I thought was steaming pile of mungus, so I ended up not finishing that video. Why did Scythe come up? I was asked about it in the other chat, like what I would do with it. What Scythe minions would I pick? Sure, I'll keep that.
I see you brought. I see you brought.
Hello, 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 Sin Killer. Obviously, best scythe minions are the 3 Yagers. True. That's always what you put in the scythe. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
No one's going to believe this.
No one's going to believe this. I'll believe it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, chat.
I swear I saw it.
It's Secret Mage.
Here, girl.
It's Secret Mage, chat.
In ambush.
Red alert, red alert. It is Secret Mage. It's Spaghetti Mage, chat. It's Spaghetti Mage. I discovered, shouldn't this be 4? Did I get order lulled?
Vengeance is near.
Vengeance is near. You know what? I actually forgot that it hits the other things too. That's my bad. I didn't have to trade quite so many things there. See you later, Sahim. I don't imagine an addition of Kerrigan to that archetype, or yes. Kerrigan and... Oh, please don't draw it. Please. Thank goodness. Look at this Trial of the Jormungus. Get wrecked. Hilarious. I can't believe it was actually handy. Kerrigan in Spell Damage Hunter? Probably not. You really like the other hero card, I think. Rude. Rude. I guess I didn't discover something. Guess I lied to myself and all of you. If you don't have trial in this, what would you sub in? You want 4 for this, right? 3 or 4, that's the right amount? Pretty sure.
Lush wilds and clear skies. This could be our home.
But I guess this is just happening.
Strike true.
Right, this is 10, 3 and 4 is 12. Stats. What do you sub in? Cheating? I don't love cheating. I'm very against cheating, chat. Especially when it's my opponent doing it. RC Rampage doesn't work with your other copy of it, right? 2 Gruels? Yes. 2 Gruels, that's good. Highly recommend the 2 Gruels route.
Here I come, ready or not.
I guess I'll do that. Alright, they only need 2 damage, chat. They literally never have it.
The fate of the world.
Literally never have it. This deck is very good right now. I played it early top 500. I don't even have the 2 3-drop beasts. Isn't Dreadscale the only reason this deck is good? It's like not running 2 mana Flurgle in Shaman. Do the Fig? What up? What it does.
Sylvanas versus Akama.
I never miss my shot.
Wow. Alright. Chat, you have my full attention again. I hope you're pleased. Should I keep these two? Probably not. I'll do it. Did you spend $100 on the signatures? I did not. I did not do that. Was not even tempted. Hey, Magi.
I see you brought I see you brought guests.
Brr, 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 brr.
No one's going to believe this. Job done.
Get wrecked. Opponent. Cower before my scrumby guy. Observer of Mungus.
I swear I saw it.
Probably boop that next turn when I play this. Signatures are too expensive. They are. They are too expensive, which is why I don't buy them.
The time has come to dethrone our former master.
Brr, brr, brr. Well, I was gonna play Leok here, but now I want to protect him from that scary Renathal. Stupid spider tank. Fair trade, I think. Pretty fair trade. Why is my opponent playing Renathal Big Shaman? Chat. Something I would do. Bigger Shaman. Alright, let's top deck Serpent Bloom. Serpent Bloom, let's go! That's not Serpent Bloom at all. Chat, did I just lose the video game?
The moment is upon us.
Oh, there's Serpent Bloom.
Here, girl. I smell an ambush.
So my big, amazing Marshy plan here, other than just to lose to this right now, is to trade the spaghetti into, trade the puffer into the horse, and then Dreadscale Serpent Bloom afterwards. Mhm. Bum, bum, bada, 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 bada. Fellow hunter.
I never miss my shot.
I should give Neptulon himself the Ice Howl text. Yeah, I don't know that Neptulon is the only problem with big decks. I certainly wouldn't make that change. Faz.
I see you brought I see you brought
Renathal Hunter versus Renathal Hunter. Who would win in a fight? I think it'll be Renathal Hunter, if you ask me. Alright, we have them both. Our Trial of the Mungus has been successfully ruined. Right, chat? We will not have to worry about casting Trial of the Mungus at all, because it will not have targets. It does not need targets. Trying to save my coin for this. That hurt my feelings. I didn't like it. Good top deck.
Lush wilds and clear skies. This could be our home.
This could be our home. This card is so good. Chat. Cool. I like how slow these come out. Inhospitable. Now we will play this. Should I wait until I get to crack both the other Zerglings? Like, I could play it and not swing. Yeah, I'm not under pressure to swing right away, right? We can chill for a second. Crack the other Zerglings first.
Most impressive.
Most impressive. Do you think you will give another Protoss, give Protoss another whirl after the massive Void Ray buff? I imagine I'll play more Protoss, yeah. Yep. Pretty huge buff, it's true. Oh, I didn't get the fox. Bummer. I might like a rhino soon. Might appreciate a rhino. Game won't let me add second Gruul for some reason, so I've stuck between Arlon and Product 9. Product 9's okay. Well, it's not great because you won't be able to consistently find what you want with Selective Breeder, but it's probably still fine. I'll give it a fine out of fine. I'll give it that much. It's better to put a card that draws Beast instead of Trial of Jemungers. Like if you're not going to run it. I don't know. I don't know what to say about Trial of Jemungers, frankly. It's I think the one game where I pulled it off, I lost anyway. So, like I would assume it's bad, but you know, I assumed it's bad before it was in this deck, and then I went and tried it anyway. Pretty rude what you're doing over there. I'll say that much. We'll say that much. And now we have a lot of charging things.
No one's going to believe this.
I have no time for games.
I play this like Bloodlust Shaman, basically, lol. I just load the board and pay off with Observer, Weapon, Ziliax. Weird. Ziliax does seem like it would be better than Trial of the Jormungus. What are they going to go for? I hate that the StarCraft starship pieces were designed in such a way that they don't work with Exodar. So sad. I don't understand it. Like, I think they should make it so that Raynor will produce these starships. I understand Raynor's good right now, but like, sheesh. Not the 3/3 copy. That is a bit of a bummer. Wow. Is that, it's to a random target, right? It's not necessarily to face. Yikes.
Circle round.
I have no time for games.
Aww. That was my most favorite thingamajig. Well, chat, I think we're in trouble. I'll say that much. I give myself a 3 troubles out of 4. It is weird that the Terran starships are basically a different mechanic from the released starships, and arguably a more fun version too. Yeah, I guess it is. Rude. Rude. Imagine if someone did that to you. How would you feel? How would you feel if someone did that to you? You tell me.
Strike true.
In principle, you agree, but Terran doesn't need it to? Sure. Like, I'm not saying we need to buff the Terrans. I just think, like, from pure... Like, you bought the Great Dark Beyond, and they made a Great Dark Beyond expansion, and it, like, doesn't work with the Great Dark Beyond. It's a little womp-womp. Oh, they're not building a starship. Being a little whoopsie doodle. Uh-oh. Hurts my feelings, but okay. Will we get there? Will we get there, chat? Zerg's actually coming in good. I don't know how clutch they're coming in. They seem to be pretty good. Can you not roll Huffer? Oh my goodness. Huffer makes me think I'm dead. You fight like a Stormpike. Oh wait, what? It's not very dead. Oh. Alright. Do we have enough damage? I don't know. That was 10 minutes. Is it gonna use? Okay, so 13, 17, 27. We do need one more. Come on, Goose. Versus Hunter. Was there one I wasn't going to use? Don't remember. Sometimes I lose track of like how many marks I have for each one. I don't think I'd run XR on my Shaman list, even if it worked with Raynor. You probably would. XR is pretty good if you're running Starship stuff. What classes have the best good stuff shells?
Your defiance as I crushed your city.
You know, honestly, it's probably Paladin.
I never
Like,
my shot.
if we're talking about like just good stuff, like inclusions, that manifests in Highlander, right? And like, Paladin is the one that like really consistently just shows up with a bunch of stuff in it, and ends up being a fine deck. So like maybe Paladin.
I can't do that.
Hunter does end up having a lot of stuff decks lately too. Shaman has like a lot of just all around good stuff piles that like gets processed as a high synergy pile just because Shudderwock, but like, you know, a lot of Shudderwock decks have just been good stuff piles, like most of them. That just have, you know, Shudderwock just works with battle cries. Battle cry is a pretty general keyword. So Shaman's got to be up there. Might always goes to Druid. Like, Druid has a lot of, like... I wouldn't call Druid, like, a good stuff pile so much as, like, a strong core. Like, you don't just put in a bunch of good cards. Like, a good stuff pile is a bunch of cards that are kind of good on their own. Like, Druid has a bunch of cards that are good enablers, right? It has a strong armor core. It has a strong ramp core. So, like, if we're talking about which Hearthstone class has the strongest like core staples, then I would definitely vote Druid. I think, you know, it's got to be number one. Like Warrior and Warlock, I think probably the runners up.
Vengeance is near.
But yeah, just as far as like what's a good stuff pile, I think Paladin and maybe Hunter are kind of the more iconic representations of that. There's been so much standard and wild lately. There's been so much of it. There's always been some, right? Like it's not like it's entirely new or anything, but like since the mini set, there's been a ton of it. Like a lot. What's going on with that, chat? People really want to play with the mini set, but they like it sickens them the thought of queuing in standard. Probably just because the mini stuff is super fun but not good in wild. Like, you're just playing standard if you're gonna run a standard deck. Like, opponent's been playing straight up standard stuff. Order moment. Was 4 minutes? What was I at? Was I at 17? So 14, 18, 24. Wait, are we done?
You asked for it.
14,
Miss my shot.
18. 24. 31. Yeah, we could have been done. But we'll keep going. Get one more in here.
I see you've brought I see you've brought guests.
Later, Elbrix.
No one's going to believe this.
This is not my usual crowd, chat. It's so funny, like, noticing on Twitch the, like, live stream different. The amount of viewers is, like, halved when I stream in the evening instead of in the morning. And, like, it's not shocking, right? Because, like, you know, the people who are used to being able to watch me on Twitch watch in the morning, so I haven't, like, really gathered an afternoon audience. It's so funny. I don't know, I guess there's this.
I swear I saw it.
Hopefully this all sticks and I can play RK whatever's next turn. Nobody expects Death Royal. It won you quite a few games. Word. Word. Alright, now we play my favorite game, which is how long until my opponent lets me attack again?
By my calculations, you need to chill out.
Is it never? Maybe I shouldn't have played this. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, chat. Was that a Marshy Boo Boo? Oh, you know what? They can't bounce it. They can't bounce it because we got what's its face. That's fun, at least. Any idea why I can't find a game? Like 9 out of 10 times when queuing, the error pops up that opponent couldn't connect. Weird. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe your internet connection is duty? It's awfully rude of you, Sleet Skater. Awfully rude of you. If I was gonna make a trade, I had to do it before. So I guess I'm not making a trade. But yeah, I might have liked to do something. Hey Marshy, I hope your day is going well. I hope your day is going well. How about that? How about that? Nicey chatter. This acid mod deleting my opponent's stuff has been so nice. Like, they can't just get it back. But yeah, I would have liked to make one trade there just so I had the room to play Zihi at some point. Guess who?
The time has come to dethrone our fallen master.
Yep. Oh yeah, well I hope your tomorrow is good. Uh-oh. I hope your tomorrow is good. And you know what? I hope your next day is good too. Get wrecked. Get absolutely wrecked. Get destroyed. Rude.
Just a portal away from paradise.
That, I guess. Just sitting here letting Dreadscale do stuff. It's so silly. Martian doesn't care about my day and the day after. You know what? I do. I hope you also have an amazing day and the day after. Brutal, savage, wrecked. Yeah, I got you pretty good there, didn't I? Wow. You know what? That's nice. You love to see it. It's so strange. Just like you stick a Dreadscale with poisonous and then you beat Hostage Mage. That's all it ever took. That's all it ever took. Alright, I gotta go then, chat. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you again someday. Not today or tomorrow, but the next day.